Welcome to the Spit Bucket Hotel Party.
Thanks for joining us.
What's the weirdest thing you guys have ever seen happen in front of you?
A grown-ass man simping.
Oh, we saw that yesterday. Is that what you're talking about?
Wait, who was simping?
Oh, I had somebody in mind specifically.
Because, yesterday it was Ivan's birthday, so we decided to go to the Dollar Tree and spoil our boy. There was a guy at the register telling the cashier lady, "You have the most beautiful eyes."
Oh, did he say that? I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, he did say that, and then he was like, "Oh my God, they're gorgeous," as he was like rummaging through like to get his wallet or something, and then he was like, "She must get that all the time."
Yeah. Simp.
Jesus, man! Now all of Dollar General knows you're horny.
What's the simp story you heard, Mario? Or Sai, I guess.
Well, no, it's just my friend.
Oh.
He's a pretty big simp, dude. There was this one time I'm going to assume he was trying to get laid, but he was trying to do it in front of, like, everybody, so it was, like, super fucking awkward.
Yikes. Did it work?
No.
That's usually how it goes.
Well, I guess the reason why I ask is because there's videos on the internet of seagulls eating pigeons in broad daylight.
They're doing that in broad daylight now?
I guess because of the virus, everyone's kind of... Oh, you've noticed how, like, nature's slowly regressing to, like, if we never existed, and, you know, you're seeing... was it, like, sharks in Italy?
Yeah.
And, like, animals, like, running around New York City. Well, there was a pigeon, was a little too dependent on human handouts, and was just eating... Well, it was a seagull that ate a pigeon.
Wow.
So,
Can't trust him.
Nature's beautiful. When humans aren't around, nature does its thing.
Remember when we were at Target a few days ago and we saw just like a bag of bread
Mm-hmm.
in the parking lot and no birds were around it?
It's because they've evolved past bread.
Damn.
And so have we. Welcome to the Spit Bucket, everyone. My name's Omar. Joining me at the table, it's everyone's favorite, is Junkyard, Jamquito.
We
Forgot your name.
don't do table anymore because I'm building a little house and I'm not moving that to bring that desk over.
That's true. It's been weird without a table. We're a lot more exposed.
Also, Alan's the only one that actually comes over, so there's no sense in bringing out that long-ass desk.
I do like coming over. I just don't like being on my computer. I'm not good with technology. I can navigate my phone pretty good, but that's about it.
Hey, but he could throw down on the grill. He went
can.
full dad mode
Oh,
yesterday.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. He went full throttle. And joining us from his isolation station, all the way from, I'm going to say your exact address.
You don't even know it.
All right, it's Mario, everyone.
I only stay home so I can be in my boxers while we do this.
Hell yeah.
But do you have to turn your video on?
Don't you guys want to see?
I mean, all I need is the audio. No one watches this podcast.
Oh, I thought it was a visual podcast.
Mario, you've been on the show for about a year now.
I don't think so. Has it been that long?
That's it. It's actually getting pretty close, I think.
What are you guys going to do for me?
What do you mean? What are you going to do
Hey,
for us?
what do you want?
We brought you on the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, should we talk a little bit about what we did yesterday? Celebrating our boy Ivan, who was one of the original members of the Spit Bucket. Celebrating him and only him yesterday.
No America
the
allowed.
4th.
No, sir.
Why is Ivan
July
not
4th.
here?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah, I assumed he was going to be there too.
Well, he's probably trying to buy a new shirt because he had a fucking hole in his shirt yesterday.
True.
Hey, man, he's not trying to impress nobody. You can just get comfortable, man.
I don't have holes in my shirts, but you know who does? You, Jam.
Okay, on my armpit. My Sonic shirt. Okay, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, I got a hole in my clothes though. It's only on my pants, and it's only one, and it's in the front, and that's on purpose. I take
That's
care.
not true. Your socks are shitty.
Yeah, that's true.
But that's
Anyway.
just because feet stink.
Hell yeah. But anyway, we just had a small barbecue where Alan was throwing down on the grill to celebrate our boy. And everyone was popping off fireworks. I don't know why.
It was literally like the two houses next to us, the house behind us, and the house in front of us.
Mm-hmm.
So there was just, we couldn't even have a conversation.
We were in a fucking war zone
Literally.
There was just a ring of houses around Ivan's house that were just setting off fireworks. And the one that was like parallel to the street that we were on were setting off massive fireworks.
They were setting off fucking grenades, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you could literally feel the ground tremble.
Like the top tier type of fireworks that probably, you shouldn't be setting off during
in
all
a
of this.
neighborhood.
Those are fucking bombs. I was waiting for windows to start shattering.
It got to the point where it was just so loud and so smoky that we just had to go inside.
Happy birthday, Ivan.
Happy birthday, bitch.
Should I tell everyone what I got him for his birthday?
I mean, what I got him for
Well,
his
we
birthday?
got him. Okay, so let me know in the comments what you guys usually get for your friends' birthdays, or if you guys here at the table have gotten any weird presents for your friends. But what we decided to get Ivan was a little thing of baby oil, and then we got him some Wendy's Baconator Pringles,
Yes, sir.
some corn nuts.
Mm-hmm.
We got him bootleg Tech skateboard, like
Yes,
a finger
sir.
skateboard kind of
A
thing.
shitty yo-yo.
A shitty yo-yo, but he's got to learn that before I invest in his yo-yo career.
Mm-hmm.
The sour gummy Chips Ahoy.
Sour gummy Chips Ahoy that he said he's just going to let rot in his house somewhere.
I don't believe
Wasn't
that.
it Sour
though.
Patch?
Sour Patch Chips Ahoy.
It's disgusting.
Was there anything else that we got him?
The big Kirby plush.
The big Kirby plush and a do-rag.
Omar slept with the do-rag yesterday. I also got one for Omar.
She
But
wanted me to sleep in the do-rag. I woke up without a do-rag, forgetting I even had one.
it's because he got really sweaty last night for some reason, and then it literally just sweat right off of him.
I sweat every night. Have you guys gotten anything weird for your friend in the past? As a goof?
I hyped up Nellie's Christmas present. I kind of hyped it up as a dildo, and then I gave it to her, and it was,
And it was a what?
it was like a moon that you could attach to the wall as a nightlight.
Oh, wow. That's funny. How do you hype it up as a dildo for her to think that that's what it was?
It was like, I got you something to help you sleep at night. Something like that.
Did you package it kind of like, sus a little bit?
No, I didn't. I didn't do that.
Damn.
I just tried not to open it around people, though.
There was our first Christmas that me and Omar spent together. He somehow played some sort of freaky mind trick to where he convinced me that my one and only gift was going to be a Lotso Huggin' Bear from Toy Story, the strawberry scented bear.
Fucking piece of shit.
And I was literally like so devastated because the shape of the box was right. And I don't remember exactly like what. I don't even know what you got me. The box felt right because you could feel it through like the wrapping paper, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it.
I don't even know why. Because the thing is, I think we watched Toy Story 3 one time. She wanted like a hint to her present, and the hint that I said was correct. But for some reason in her mind, she went to thinking it was Lotso. And then I'm like, all right, well, this is the bait that I needed, and now I'm gonna make her think that it's a Lotso. But I think initially it was you who thought it was that for some reason.
I don't know.
I don't know how your brain works.
Got
Even
my
after all these years, I don't know how it works.
Yeah, me either.
Friend of the show, Salvador, one time got like a plus-sized blow-up doll.
Sick.
Mario, what's the worst gift that you've ever gotten? Because your girlfriend gives some good-ass gifts to you. I see them all the time.
She does, and it's not even for my birthday. Sometimes they're just gifts for giving.
Yesterday, you surprised Jam.
Oh my gosh, I could cry. She gave me a Hamtaro washi tape. Oh,
Yeah, yesterday we were in bed, like ready to go to sleep, and you like said something about how you wanted to cry thinking about it.
yeah, because I'm never gonna use it because it's too precious.
Just use a little bit.
I'm gonna use those to seal up my wedding invitations. So until that happens, that's when I'll use the tape.
You haven't gotten any strange or bad gifts, Mario?
I can't think of one. I think I'm pretty easy to pick out gifts for.
I feel the same way about me.
No, you're literally so fucking difficult to shop for
In what way?
because you're too much. You don't like things because it's just a little off.
I'm particular, but I'm easy.
No, you're not.
Yeah, while me, I feel like I talk about the stuff I like all the time.
I feel like I do too, though.
I feel like if you know me well enough, you know exactly what I like, and it's not that hard to please me.
I bought us all Christmas gifts. How hard was it to shop for everyone?
It was some easier than others. I knew Jam would like anything that had to do with Sonic
You
at that
bet
time.
your
Yeah.
sweet baby.
You got
So-
that Sonic like fan fiction kind of.
Dude, that shit made me laugh so hard. I literally was just like in tears holding my stomach.
What did I get you again?
You got me that Cowboy Bebop.
That's right.
Fan art kind of
Yeah.
book thing. That was perfect. So I have that in my collection. And then you got Mario, a Dark Magician Girl.
Yeah.
Dark Magician Girl card with her boobies out or something.
Yeah. Well, there was two of them, and they were standing bosom to bosom. And
Ooh.
I tried to get one for Steph too, but the person that made them in Israel, I think,
Uh-huh.
because I got it off Etsy, he didn't want to do like a dark magician with like a fucking chub going on.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that kind of sucked.
Damn.
Which
What a
I mean-
homophobic dude.
I guess if, you know.
I think he had these printed out though.
You don't think they were
Emailed him.
made by him?
No, I think they are, but I think they're like pre-made. I think he made them and then he's just kind of selling them as already printed. I don't know.
Okay.
I feel like if I reached out to him and like obviously paid him for a commission, you know that. But I was running short on time just because of the holidays. And,
Yeah. I think the card still got here a little late too, right?
everything got here late.
You gave him the card at Steak and Shake when we were celebrating Omar's birthday.
I think it was Shake Shack, wasn't it?
Shake
Shake
Shack.
Shack. Same shit.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
And we were watching a UFC fight on the TV, I think.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly. How do you think Steph would have liked that Dark Magician with the Chub Yu-Gi-Oh card?
I don't know. I think she would have liked the Dark Magician girl just as much.
Have you tried using that in an official Yu-Gi-Oh tournament?
Do-do-do-do-do.
No, Dark Magicians are hard to play. They're expensive, and they don't even run Dark Magician girl in the actual deck. So no.
Wait, you can't use Dark Magician Girl in a deck?
Or if you want it to be a good deck, no.
Really? Even with the titties out?
Yeah, well, the titties don't make her a better card.
That's not true.
I beg to differ.
I don't think you play Yu-Gi-Oh, so you would beg to differ.
Well, Yu-Gi-Oh is just played on like you win by having the coolest card, right? Like nothing else matters other than the artwork.
All right, so anyways,
Was I playing it wrong?
I think so.
Yeah, because that's how I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh when we used to do that in school. It's just whoever had the coolest cards would win. We don't actually duel. It just took too much time.
Yeah, well, I'm going to try hard, so there we go.
Anyways, yesterday was fun, and I still feel really tired.
Me
Yeah.
too. Alan, you were saying you were having trouble sleeping.
I'm out of it. I had a really weird dream.
Did you?
I think it's because we sat too close to each other and we haven't done that in a long time.
What was your dream?
But we were in my bathroom, like all of us,
Okay.
and then like I just remember everything being fuzzy and steamy, and then I go in and sit. It's really nice and like hot and soapy, and then just like all of you guys are there. Yeah, and then
So we
someone.
were talking about a hot tub in a cabin, too. The other
Yeah, actually, yeah, I'll bring that up in a second.
That's
but,
funny. So,
I woke up because I was tossing and turning so much. Like all of my dreams were kind of being cut short.
Mhm.
But that one ended with like somebody copping a feel,
no.
and I was like looking around trying to, I guess, see who could have done it because nobody was acknowledging it. And I was like, I'm being grabbed right now. Who's doing this? And then I woke up.
It was the girl
oh,
from
so
the
somebody
ring.
was touching you.
Yeah,
It was
Oh.
that ghost who was pulling at your shirt
probably.
because it was in that house, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
So I blame that on the heat and all the smoke inhalation and all the stress and trauma from what's going on in this country.
Let's blame it on that. Anyway, what we normally do on the Spit Bucket is we get some funny news stories from around the world. And recently, there hasn't been too many, but this has been one of my favorite stories to come out of all these situations. Y'all ever heard of the city called Columbus, Ohio? Me neither.
I know her.
Thousands sign a petition to rename Columbus, Ohio to Flavortown after their native son,
Yes,
Guy
sir.
Fieri.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So the city of Columbus has already vowed to bring its statues of Christopher Columbus down, but thousands are hoping to erase the city's connection to Columbus's legacy even further by renaming the town after their honored Columbus native and naming it Flavortown. Is it Guy Fieri or Guy Fieri? Because I hear people say two different types.
It's Fieri.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
pretty
Fieri.
It's Fieri?
I know that he gets really pissed when people get it wrong, though. I'm almost positive it's Fieri.
Okay, so I hope this doesn't piss anyone off if I'm
Let
wrong.
me just double check that actually, because
But-
we are a news podcast.
We pride ourselves on being correct. So, as the widespread conversation around police brutality and racial inequality continues into another week, statues of Columbus are being brought down across the nation, bringing awareness to the cruelty that he brought onto the indigenous people. Fuck Columbus and fuck the police still.
So-
that is written in the CNN article. So I'm just reading.
So the proper way to say it is Fiedi.
Fiedi
So
with a D.
FEE-EDDY. Fiedi.
Damn, so everyone's been wrong. It's not Fieri, it's not Fiedi, it's Fiedi. All right. So
Well, hey man, good for him. Anyone other than Christopher Columbus, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So Columbus Mayor Andrew.
Would that mean that all the sports teams would have to change their name? So like the Ohio Blue Jackets would have to be the Flavortown Jackets?
The Ohio Flame Shirts.
Well, they're not changing the whole name of the state, just the city.
Oh, but
What? What sports teams are in
Hey,
Columbus?
can we start a petition to name Ohio Guy Fieri?
And then Columbus is going to be Flavortown.
that'd be fucking great.
Is there actually any sports teams from Columbus? I'm
Yeah,
sure there has to be.
The
right?
the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's a hockey team.
Oh, they're the Columbus. I thought you said Ohio Blue Jackets.
Oh,
My
no, it's
bad.
the Columbus, Ohio Blue Jackets.
Oh.
You don't say the whole thing like that, but that's the city and that's the team, yeah.
For sure. Yeah, no, Flavortown Blue Jackets. That sounds better, doesn't it?
Or like the Flavortown Flamin' Hots. That'd be pretty good too. That'd be great, actually.
I want some hot chips.
I like that. So the mayor announced earlier this week that they're getting rid of all the statues, including the one that's outside of City Hall. For many people in the community, the statue represents patriarchy, oppression, and divisiveness. To not represent our great city, we will no longer living in the shadow of our ugly past, said the mayor. The guy who actually started this petition, his name is Tyler Woodbridge, who's lived in Columbus for the past 7 years. He says that this is his favorite city, but he is kind of ashamed of the name. So that's when he decided to start the petition to rename the town after the celebrity restaurateur who was born in Columbus. Fietti's use of the expression on his various shows on the Food Network has become his signature catchphrase. Woodbridge describes Fietti as a charitable man, pointing out the fact that the famous restaurateur has helped raise more than $200 million for restaurant workers during the pandemic, and he's officiated more than 100 LGBTQ weddings.
That's true. Didn't he do his sister's lesbian wedding?
Dude, I had no idea he even was
He's
a
such
wedding
a good
officiator.
dude. Have you guys seen him on Hot Ones? He's a good fucking dude.
No, I haven't seen him on Hot
I
Ones.
think I did actually see that, yeah.
If you have a chance, watch it. He's just like an overall really cool dude, and I have been seeing that during this whole pandemic, he has been helping a lot of people.
Yeah,
I'm
like
all
small
for
local
it.
businesses that are down on their luck,
Yeah,
you know?
I'm all for it.
That's awesome. Yeah, might as well have Guy here. Flavortown.
Just make him the fucking mayor of Flavortown.
That should be the next step. I don't know who this Andrew is. He sounds very reasonable, but we want our native son. Well, I guess their native son. He's everyone's dad. That's what's going on over there. But another kind of short related story that I had, also happening in Ohio. One of the other major cities in Ohio is Cincinnati, and a petition is calling for all the statues of Christopher Columbus in all of Ohio to be taken down and replaced with Chef Boyardee.
Hold on.
I stopped paying attention. I'm sorry, what?
You said, what'd you say?
So there's initially that petition to change Columbus, Ohio into Flavortown.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another petition happening at the same time to change every Ohio statue of Columbus, because there's multiple Columbus statues in Ohio that are outside of Columbus. So to replace all of those with statues of Chef Boyardee.
Hell yeah. I'm for it.
Is he a real dude?
I don't know. He has to be, right?
I
Everyone.
think he was a real dude.
He was a real dude?
I think so. I could be wrong, but this is a news podcast, so I'm not going to double check.
A petition is circulating online to replace statues of Christopher Columbus in Little Italy with his name is actually Ettore Boyardee, but it's spelled differently. So it's spelled like the actual Italian way, where Chef Boyardee is spelled phonetically. So the way we know Boyardee is phonetic, but there's the Italian spelling of it. So he is a real dude.
Is Italian spelling just when it's in italic?
Yeah.
When it's like slightly slanted?
Boo.
Thank you.
So as of now, it only has 536 signatures. The petition states that Columbus is not someone we should celebrate. He is a racist monster. If Italian Americans in Cleveland want to celebrate their own, they should look no further than the iconic Hector Boyardee, a.k.a. Chef Boyardee.
Hey, I ain't trusting no Hectors.
Well, his name, it's in Italian, so it's Ettore, which translates to Hector.
That's some bull.
Boyardee has a rich history in Cleveland. According to the Western Reserve University, Boyardee began cooking in Italy when he was 10 years old. He then left...
Hold on. Are we going to get a whole fucking biography on who the fuck this clown is, dude?
Do you just have Wikipedia open?
Listen, you said you don't know that he was a real person. I'm trying to make him real to you.
Okay, you just got to tell me he was a real chef.
Well, okay, how about this? He worked at a restaurant. I'll just skim through this shit. This is where his spaghetti dinners took off in the Midwest. So in 1924, him and his wife opened their first Italian restaurant. They had a dine-in and carry-out. So he actually was the founding father of the Olive Garden.
Are you serious?
No, he wasn't.
Oh my
No, he
God.
wasn't. So that's pretty much it. It just goes into his history. But anyway, Chef Boyardee started making spaghetti in Italy when he was 10, came to America, bada boom, Chef Boyardee is in the room.
Man, that shit ain't even good, dude.
Chef Boyardee?
What you eat, SpaghettiOs?
I don't
That
think
shit trash.
So you're saying he should not be...
This world-renowned chef, no.
Damn. I want them, instead of statues of him, I want statues of just giant cans of SpaghettiOs everywhere.
dude.
Well, there was in Brazil. There was some like just random Pokemon statues that just pop up places.
That's pretty cool.
I'd like that.
If you guys were gonna put a statue somewhere, what would you guys choose?
I want a bronze statue of Mabel squatting to take a poo.
Well, she's not an icon though.
Oh, what?
Whoa,
No one knows who she is.
Dude, you gotta respect Mabel.
We'll emphasize the crooked tail.
Yes,
Mabel's the opera of your house, so you need to respect.
truly.
Yeah, but Appa's dad was not also his brother.
We don't know that.
Yeah, that's true. We actually don't know that. We don't know what kind of breeding habits Flying Bison had. What about you guys?
My choice, I'd put a statue of Agumon everywhere.
Hell yeah.
But I think since it's Ohio, they should just put a statue of LeBron James because he won them that championship for him.
And then he left, didn't he?
Well, they were like, you know what? You got us to a championship. You can go. It's fine. Thank you.
I remember that sports fans have a tendency of like burning jerseys when people left. And I remember when LeBron left, there was just videos of them like about to burn it and then just like patting it like thank you. What about you, Alan?
A giant ZF1, dude.
I like some type of like UFO or
Ooh.
maybe like a Gundam.
Oh,
That'd be pretty cool.
oh yeah, that'd be sick.
That's what America is lacking right now. A Gundam statue.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Right.
Well, there was that, Mario, I'm sure you know it more than I do, but wasn't there this whole Gundam series where it was Gundam from different countries?
Yeah, it's called G Gundam. It's my favorite Gundam series.
Is it?
Yeah.
I want that, the American one where he's like a cowboy, right?
The American one is a boxer.
Oh, okay.
That's even cooler.
Yeah, it is. Machine gun punch. That's what he said.
Wasn't there one that was a little questionable?
There was one that was on Hulu. I'm trying to remember which one it was. Kind of like in a Vietnam setting. And there was a militia that was in the forest, and the main character kind of stumbled across her swimming in like a little waterfall, but they were very quick to mention that she's a child, and she was there with her biddies out. So
In Gundam?
Yeah.
that was a little questionable.
Classic Japanese animation, am I right, boys?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about there was a questionable robot. Could be a little bit racist, maybe.
Really?
I think there's two different ones, but the one I think you're thinking of is the one that was the Mexican Gundam,
I think that's what it is.
and it had like a sombrero and stuff.
Yes.
And it was just super extra.
But I want that statue everywhere.
Yeah, the one that I was talking about was called Mobile Suit Gundam, the 08th Mobile Suit Team. Yeah, just watch out with that.
All right, who else has a story for us?
I had a story, and then I read through it, and it was whack.
Alan, you have a few stories
I have
for
a
us.
few, yeah. Let me ask you guys, when's the last time you read a book? Or a page of a book
Okay, so
that didn't have any type of illustration?
I read The
shut me down
Martian.
real quick.
That one,
Would you read Mario?
The Martian.
When was that?
Oof, that was like 2 years ago, I think.
Well, I don't know if it counts,
Or the
but
movie, actually.
the only book that I'm like reading is my language book. There's no pictures in that, but it's not really a narrative.
Actually, the last book I read was Breaking Dawn Part 2, and I didn't even finish it.
Oh, man.
We're breaking free.
I'm currently reading Communion by Whitley Strieber, which is kind of like someone's first-hand account of an alien abduction. But the thing is, I'm reading at a blazing speed of about a chapter and a half a day.
Alan, can I say something? Can I confess something to you right now?
Sure.
I'm a little scared for you.
Yeah. Everything is a lie.
The thing is, the same thing happened to me when I wasn't working.
Yeah, the thing is, a lot of people go through this phase, but I kind of fell off
It's
the
been a
deep
long
end.
time.
Yeah.
It's
But anyways,
lasted a little too long for you.
I'm
Alan.
gonna make things even crazier though. Or I guess I'm gonna give you more reasons to be worried. So Michigan Library says please stop microwaving our books to kill COVID-19.
I seen something like that.
So library in Michigan has had to ask its patrons to stop microwaving their books in an apparent effort to kill COVID-19. Kent District Library used photos of books with their pages burned and warned, quote, the radio frequency tags and all KDL materials have metal in them. They will catch on fire in a microwave. Officials added that the Kent District Library quarantines all returned materials for 72 hours.
Is 72 hours enough?
I believe so, isn't it?
I have no idea.
There was an article that narrowed down how long the virus can last on just inanimate objects and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure it was less than what people thought of initially, right? The thing was that I feel like a lot of people...
I was gonna let it go, but I couldn't.
Never mind.
Got your ass, dude.
When was the last time you guys went to a library? A library, if you will.
I think last year with Oliver.
That's wholesome.
Mario, are you in a car?
What happened?
I was adjusting because my leg was hurting. When was the last time I went? Before the Rona hit, because Stephanie loves going to the library.
Does she?
Nerd, fucking nerd.
What did she do at the library?
You heard what she just called you?
Oh shit,
Hi,
Steph, my
Stephanie.
queen. You know, I still stand by that. Man, fuck books.
That's fucked up.
What? What does stuff like to do at the library?
Check out manga that I'd never read.
The last time I went to the library was because for my most recent job, I had to get what's the fucking thing called where you need someone to witness you signing some paper, a notary.
Notarization.
Yeah, because they do notarizations at the library, so I needed to do that. It's actually pretty cool in there. I haven't been to the library in like 12 years before that. I actually think I still owe a couple cents to the library, so I don't know if I'm allowed back.
I owe a book too. I don't remember what it was. I think it was from like the Bookmobile. But I don't know how they keep finding my address, but they keep asking for this book.
Damn, dude.
They're not going to get it.
I still owe Hollywood Video Scooby-Doo and the Monster of Mexico, and I think that's why they went out of
Shit,
business.
dude.
Do you still own it?
No, that got lost in the move somewhere, but
Did it, or did you sell it at that garage sale you had before you moved?
can't say. But anyway, Hollywood Video is not getting that shit back.
The health officials also added, quote, I don't know if it was something that they saw in the news, that they thought maybe the heat would kill COVID-19, end quote. Elizabeth Guarno-Kowalczyk, regional manager of Kent District Library, told the Detroit Free Press. It's worth remembering, too, that instead of microwaving physical library materials, digital and audiobooks can also be downloaded safely from the comfort of one's home.
Just Lysol that shit. What the fuck? You don't need a microwave.
Hey, Lysol's been on back order for the past 3 months.
Make your own.
Books can be your friends. I'll just end it at that.
Did you guys see the video kind of recently where there was this 12-year-old kid? He was like streaming, and they told him to put his phone in the microwave,
Yes.
and you see it like blow up.
Yes, dude. It's so good.
I love when new like iPhone updates come out because someone will always make like a real-looking ad for the update. It was before phones were able to go underwater, where they're like, the new update makes your phone waterproof. And then people are like, please don't try this. I ruined my phone. One of the more recent ones was you can fully charge your phone by putting it in the microwave for like 30 seconds. So that's why I brought that
Man, some people just weren't meant to survive. Once as a kid, I'm a genius, I'll tell you that much, okay? I didn't want to turn on the stove to cook a marshmallow like that, alright? So I put 3 of them bitches on a foam plate in the microwave. Boy, that shit was crazy.
up. 20 minutes later.
No 20 minutes later. I remember the first time I tried to cook eggs by myself. I cut up some hog dogs, and I didn't realize how much one egg was, so I cracked about 6 eggs into a pan, all for like 8-year-old me. And here I'm
With
like,
hot
man,
dogs?
I'm fucking throwing this shit down, dude. And then one of like the people that lived on the upstairs part of our house walked in on me as I was like walking out the door with this pan of just burned eggs and hot
You're like,
dogs.
these are delicious.
And I just went to go chuck it out into the alley. Dude, the house was smoking, dude.
You burned half of a carton of
Half a
eggs?
dozen eggs and like 12 hot dogs. Dude, I don't even know where the fuck my parents were. Or my sister. Those bitches left.
So when you needed to get rid of evidence, you would throw shit in the alley is what I'm hearing.
100%.
Coat hangers with
With a little bit of poo-poo on the hook part. And then
Alley.
my burnt eggs and weenies. Dude, you should have seen the look on that man's face. Because he had my mom's phone number, and I think he called her to be like, hey, you should come check up on her.
Why didn't you throw it in the garbage?
Because then the bag was gonna burn.
Were they on fire still?
That shit was black. And it was like smoking.
The thing is, like, you make eggs better than I do now.
Oh, yeah.
So you
Because I
had-
learned my lesson.
All it took was burning 12
That
eggs.
man was laughing at me, Omar. I learned how to fucking cook eggs after that.
What the fuck were we talking
Y'all
about?
never just cook 6 eggs for yourself as a kid?
Did you cook it like Eric without a shirt on?
No.
There's this one time I made a bunch of eggs, and then I drank a Slim Fast while I was eating the eggs. So the Slim Fast fills you up so you won't eat. So I cooked all these eggs, and I couldn't finish them because I drank the fucking Slim Fast.
Got your ass, dude.
That's funny.
Also, I burned the plastic thing on the kitchen table because I put the hot ass pan on it. And my mom beat my ass out.
I bet she did.
How old were you at this point?
I think it was like 8.
Wait, you were drinking a Slim Fast at 8?
Yeah. Well, I thought it was just like milk, like tasty milk.
What was the first thing you guys ever tried to cook for yourself?
And instant noodles that I burned the microwave down with.
Did you put them in dry?
Yes.
I think that's the same for me. There were a couple times where I left the fork inside the cup.
Oh
And
my
it lit up so
God.
pretty. Had it not been for the smell, I would have continued watching. And I'm like, oh wait, something's not right.
Damn.
Yeah,
Are you sure you didn't accidentally travel into an alternate dimension by you doing that?
maybe.
He hasn't recovered. Who's to say you're not just gonna wake up right now and you're still gonna be standing in front of the
8 years old, Eric's cooking 6 eggs next to you without a shirt on. What about you, Steph? Can you throw down in the kitchen?
No,
No?
no.
Well, you, Omar, what's the? Well, your mom was always home, so you never had to worry about
No, I think the
your
first...
next meal.
I think... Well, when you say it like that, I think everyone's first thing that they try to make is eggs, because mine was also eggs, but I don't remember ever burning them. I just remember thinking, damn, I cook eggs better than my mom.
I'm gonna tell her that shit right now, dude.
Well, it wasn't true, but I think just the fact that I thought I could do it by myself, I'm like, these are the best fucking eggs I've ever eaten.
He said, finally, some good fucking food. But if you're anything like now, you don't know how to crack a fucking egg. I'll call you out right now. Okay, we get the organic eggs.
Those
And
don't crack right.
He likes to think that because they're organic, that they don't crack right, and that's why he always leaves the little shells in the thing.
He's fucking lying.
Are you one-handing it, or are you doing like the...
No, I grab it from the very top and the bottom, and then I press inwards and smash the eggs that way. Mario, do you like how I eat bananas?
Yeah, you're weird.
So I want to know how everyone else eats bananas, but I know this sounds like such a stupid topic, but anyway, I crack my bananas in half and eat them.
You're
from
like
the
that
inside
guy
out.
that someone had put it up on the group chat. It was like, man, this burger's smacking, but he had his whole thumb like in the sandwich.
The thing is that
Dog,
Omar.
no one's gonna take it from you.
The thing is that Omar is kind of like that, though. He turns his burgers upside down to eat them.
Okay, so
Oh, that kind of makes sense.
No, it doesn't. Oh, Mario,
Yeah.
please do
No,
not
no,
try
no.
to justify this bull.
Because if you have like a juicy ass burger, that thin ass little bottom bun isn't gonna protect you.
Okay, but we're talking about a fucking like steak and shake burger. We're talking about a Whopper. We're not talking about a Red Robin burger.
Oh,
I treat all my burgers equally, though.
No, you weird.
How do I do it? I'm like trying to think of how I do it.
Okay,
Why does it flip? Because I
Okay.
literally do eat it backwards.
So if this is your burger, for all of our visual listeners, look, you grab it somehow, and then you like
I do a weird turn. It's
you
halfway
do like
through.
a weird like wrist turn.
Hmm
I don't know, dude.
Yeah, I
You
do
got
eat it.
some issues that
I
you
do
need
eat
to
it
work
upside
through.
down. I eat my pears from the top to the bottom.
you're-
Steph, why is that funny? Is that not how you eat them?
I don't like pears. Like I,
Okay, but if you were to eat a pear, how would you attack it?
from the side.
That's no.
Right.
He said he cracks the stem off, and then he eats it like an apple.
Oh,
Yeah, so I eat the stem first to make it a circle, and then I eat it like an apple.
But then your hands will get messy. So eat it. Hold the stem like an ice cream cone and eat
Mario,
it like
I'm
that.
not a child. I don't get dirty eating pears.
you save the booty for last.
Man,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm mad.
That's the best part. Let's go on a picnic, fellas.
I actually was just thinking about that after I woke up from my nap. One, because I was hungry. Two, because I was missing my friends. And I'm like, wow, imagine if I could eat with all my friends again.
Yeah, let's have a picnic sometime. And all the listeners, you're not invited.
No, sir.
Got
I
him.
ain't got no room for y'all.
Who else has a story for us?
Unless you got a big butt, then you can come.
That's a fact.
Hey, you watch your fucking mouth.
I'll go next. Coronavirus patient suffers hours-long erection due to blood clots in his penis.
Who says it's all bad?
A 62-year-old man who rapidly deteriorated with symptoms of COVID-19 and was placed on a ventilator in a hospital in France was left with an erection that lasted for 4 hours.
Well, isn't he only supposed to go to the doctor if it lasts more than 4 hours?
That was a funny joke.
Sorry, guys. I'm not well.
Doctors had to use needles to remove blood clots and relieve the man's condition. The man had been in intensive care at the Center Hospitals de Versailles in La Chanzy like
Whoa.
Damn.
dry cough, and difficulty breathing. While coronavirus is known to cause blood clots in up to a third of COVID-19 patients, this is believed to be the first case which blood clots developed in the patient's penis.
God damn. There always has to be a first, though.
You know what's weird though? Whenever they used to have those Viagra commercials growing up on TV, I always used to think, man, like, what if you have an erection lasting that long, like, what's the problem? You know, like I was a kid, I'm like, dude, like, boners are great. But then here I am as a full-grown adult, like tossing and turning in bed this morning, and man, that shit sucks, dude. That shit sucks. Yeah, it wasn't 4 hours, but it was between the hours of like tossing and turning back and forth, you know, in and out of sleep between 6 and like 10.
This is going to sound like a stupid question.
Is pee stored in the balls?
No, but is it still blood? And by still, I mean not moving.
Well,
I
that's
think
a
it's
blood
Or
clot.
I think
it
it's
circulating?
consistently circulating.
It's consistently circulating. So then what's the problem?
No, if it's a blood clot, Mario.
No, I'm not talking
back me
about.
up on this.
I'm not talking about blood clots. I'm talking about regular old bonures.
Oh yeah, it's still circulating.
Yeah, it's circulating.
Okay, I guess that was my question.
Because don't you do that little thing where you like kind of pump it up a little bit, like with your like pelvis area?
Mm-hmm. I'm like a diving board sometimes.
Oh my god, that bitch got hydraulics, boy.
You ever seen Eddie Guerrero's Lowriders?
That man had good taste in cars.
I can't do this anymore. I'm tired all the time.
Let's hear more about this French man's bonure.
Well, it's basically saying that it was a condition he had already, but COVID-19 like made the blood clots worse. These clots, known as thrombosis, can form in different areas around the body, including the lung. While the tip of his penis was flaccid, the two chambers of tissue in his penis were rigid due to blood clots.
That's scary.
Thankfully, the doctors were able to remove the blood clots of his penis using the needle. And that's basically it.
Fuck. That would mess me up for a long ass time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not all of us are lucky enough to be hung like you. So, wouldn't be an issue for me.
But
Are you guys going to get the male birth control when they start handing that out?
Hell yeah, dude, I'm trying to bust a nut.
Wait, what was
what
that?
is it supposed to be exactly?
It's an injection. They put a needle like somewhere in your nuts.
Ooh.
It's just supposed to be like I mean it sucks, but I mean it's just a one-time thing.
If I remember correctly, it kills the protein that makes your sperm active.
For how long?
I think you have to get it every now and then, but it's substantially easier than female having a, what is it, the little pills?
The pills, the ring, the IUD, which you could still get pregnant from.
I mean, the ring is probably the best solution, right? As of now.
Oh, the needle shot.
Needle shot.
No, because you can.
dick.
I thought you meant like the depot shot. I know some people who did the depot and still got pregnant, and they gained a lot of weight. But
Is that the shot on the arm?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then there's that like little metal copper piece that they just put in you.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck does that work?
I have no idea. But
Like, doesn't that just get jumbled around? Like,
I think
has
you
to.
have to get it like have someone get in there to take it out.
So you can't just take the copper wiring out of a house
No, sir.
and like do it yourself? I don't know how the
And
fuck
there
did-
have been stories of guys being able to feel it.
I don't know anything about anything, guys.
Maybe it feels good, though.
Is it sharp?
I don't know.
Will it poke?
It's like an extra ridge in the vagina.
I don't know what the fuck it is, but I feel like it's some sort of like goop type shit. They're like, yeah, just put copper up there and you're good.
The celestial energy will keep you from getting
Yeah.
pregnant. Yeah, I don't understand it either, honestly.
I'll take a shot on the nuts.
You'll take a shot to the nuts?
Yeah, why not?
Tell you
I'd rather
what,
pay like
champ.
$100 for this shot than like $10,000 every year for a baby.
Okay, so what if they're like, all right, this shot, like it's that accurate, but it takes away 3 inches. You doing it?
Damn, you're gonna leave my mans with nothing?
Right? Dude, what the hell?
Yeah, but you won't get pregnant.
The problem isn't him getting pregnant. It's Steph.
Well, I guess my pull-out game
Oh,
is really...
how about... Let me make it better then. How about at random, there's a 30% chance. There's a 30... Fuck it. Who else has a story for us?
God damn, Omar, I love you so much.
I'm cutting this shit out.
My boy dumb and thick.
Looking the ass, dude.
Omar.
I'm getting bullied.
I think he saw all the potential kickback from that statement as he was talking.
Our public schools have failed you, Omar.
I have a college degree.
Fuck. Well, hey, speaking of dummies, I have another one here.
Love it.
This is from carthrottle.com.
Caller Trottle?
Car throttle. Someone crashed into the same house 3 times with 2 different cars.
Hell yeah.
In an extraordinarily high driver crashed. Wow, he was high? Damn. Anyway, in an extraordinarily high driver crashed into the same property in California 3 times using 2 different vehicles. This is a perfect example. Well, this is a quote. Quote, "This is a perfect example of why driving under the influence of alcohol and or drugs is so incredibly dangerous," unquote. The Marin branch of the California Highway Patrol said in its recent Facebook post, reading through the attached police report, it's hard to argue. In the early hours of Wednesday morning, I don't know when this was at, 3 months ago.
You might have done it again since then.
Let's see, in the early hours of Wednesday morning, California Highway Patrol Marin was called to a property in San Rachel, California, which had been driven into 3 times by the same man in 2 different cars. The first thing the massively impaired driver did was smash his Ford Mustang through the house's fence. That's strike 1. Keen to the stricken yellow staying on the back road and skid. What the fuck is he saying?
Yeah, who's this writer?
This is a quote. No, this is a quote.
Oh.
I don't know if it's from the officer, though. Okay, well, anyway, it says, quote, "Staying back on the road and skedaddle." I guess he's making a horse joke. Instead, shot forward into the house itself, strike 2. One of the people living inside the house was awoken by the impact. Seeing the state of the driver, quickly took the keys away. Unfortunately, the Mustang driver then took a set of keys from the property
Oh my god.
to a Toyota RAV4 in a bid to escape the scene. The only thing is, he did it again. He shot forward into the house next to where the Stang had come to rest. Strike 3. And we'll put it up on the Instagram, but he basically just parked 2 cars next to each other inside the same house.
He made that house into a 2
What a
car
fucking piece
garage.
of shit. I mean, like, just imagine it. Someone drove into your home. You're already kind of, pissed off about it, so you take the keys away from him. He steals the keys to your own car and then just drives it right next to where he drove his...
And he parks it next to the Mustang.
I guess let me see what happened to this dude.
I'm surprised at how often it happens where people drive into houses. There's multiple occasions around here. Someone very recently, for the 2nd time, drove through, friend of the show again, Salvador's yard.
Because what was it? Just this year, someone drove into the Wendy's, I think on Sheridan, and someone drove into the Walgreens right there on fucking, what is it, where the Waukegan Airport's
Yeah.
at? Let me finish this.
wasn't.
The resident once more went for the keys, but was assaulted by the man who, quote, began striking him repeatedly in the face, causing major injuries. Jesus, man.
Can you be high and fight someone?
Well, the thing is,
Is
like,
that possible?
it doesn't say what he was on. It just says that, like, this is the dangers of driving while under the influence of alcohol and their drugs. Weed doesn't make you do this. I mean, cocaine, yeah. Alcohol, yeah. Meth,
Crack,
yeah.
baby.
But, dude,
What's that synthetic weed?
is it like K?
Nitro.
Is it nitro?
K1.
K1 or
No.
something? I don't know, something like that.
Hey, K1's a visa.
90
But,
Day Fiancé.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, this had to be a combination of a couple things. Despite this, it seems that the resident was successful. When deputies from the Marin County Sheriff's Office arrived on the scene, the vehicular home invader was still trying to drive away despite there being no keys in the car.
He's just going, vroom, vroom.
It's just like the legal loophole when you get pulled over. I mean, if you don't roll down the window, technically you're not really pulled over. Yeah. Go ahead and just
Wait,
drive.
what the fuck?
No, that's not real.
Okay, I was gonna say.
They arrested the driver for driving under the influence, battery, and theft of a vehicle, while other charges continue to be investigated. Tough day to be this guy.
I thought it was going to be 3 separate occasions. Like, for some reason, when he's high, this is his instinct, is to drive into this specific house.
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
Would that be better or worse than all being
Worse.
one night?
Yeah, worse.
That's my worst fear. I'm really scared of living in kind of like this, a half basement, or just like a first, like, just because I have a weird fear of a car driving through my room. I'm most vulnerable when I'm asleep. And it's like, and if you know who I am, like, all of my possessions are in this little, like, 18 by 18 foot room. Like, that's all I have.
Well, if it makes it any worse, on the major street that's... I'm not going to say where we live, but on the major street that's close, someone was driving so fast on that street like a year or 2 ago that they crashed into the 2nd floor of someone's house.
Jesus.
Weird.
I don't know if that makes it worse. But
Is that how all those cars end up on, like, the garages, like, crash through the logo of it, and they just put, like, their little logo next to it?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. I'm on a roll today on these jokes. But anyways, that was the end of that article.
All right, it's time for Jams. Facebook. Screenshot of the what the fuck? Hold on. I don't do this as often anymore, but it's time for Jams. Facebook. Screenshot of the week.
Ooh, that one was cool. Okay, she said, last straw. My kid whole time has a YouTube channel. I don't know about, with several videos. She got me on fucking YouTube weave out, back fat showing, driving, talking about I'm hungry, just look fat as hell, as is. She ain't have no seatbelt on. I'm driving fast, just ghetto as fuck. She has to go.
They really do be your own kids, man.
I swear
They
to
fucking
God,
do it
dude.
to you.
They will call you out on your bull.
Yeah.
That's funny. What are the videos? I guess we can't even look them up, but is she trying to purposely call her mom out on YouTube?
Is this her way of asking for help?
She said, I don't even got no seatbelt and nothing.
You should try to find these videos and put it in a group chat. I'm trying to see, boy.
That'd be funny as fuck.
I will try my gosh darndest. I know the kid's name, and
Ooh.
unfortunately, I know the kid's last name too. Don't put your kid's info out in the universe, by the way, because someone who lives miles away who hasn't seen you shouldn't know your kid's first and last name.
And also their YouTube channel.
Yeah, right?
You said your son, Alan, is like very savvy with the phones. Would he know how to call you out on YouTube? Make a expose my father video?
No, he's not there yet.
Damn.
He does know how to navigate through a phone.
Find Russian YouTube channel?
Yeah. You know how you guys were there when you... Well, who was it who helped me?
Steph.
It was Steph, yeah.
Eric
She had
Steph.
showed me how to block a page because there was these Russian doodle cartoons. I don't know if they're for kids. Looking through the page, I think those might have just been like funny adult videos, but they're popping up
They look
in
innocent
the...
enough.
They're popping up on these like suggested videos for all these like toy reviews. So that's a little suspicious. But yeah, he knows how to navigate YouTube. He knows how to swipe up when people start like blowing up my phone or his mom's phone, and he's just trying to watch his YouTube video. So that gets us in trouble a lot, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah,
How
as far
so?
as with like family members, parents, work. It's like,
Damn.
why are you consistently ignoring my call? You know, it's like,
I have one more if you guys are interested.
yeah.
So I just turned off my room light. It started lighting up full of lightning bugs on my ceiling. I should be freaked out. I just get the Firefly song stuck in my head and feel at peace. I'm gonna kill these bitches in a minute though, but I'm gonna enjoy this.
You just had a bunch of fireflies in her house?
That song fucking
That's
sucks.
weird. Why are they in her
I
house?
don't know.
Her kid was making a YouTube video of
I
surprising my mom with a million
forgot about
fireflies.
this YouTube one, and I think we were together when I found it, and I was literally like holding on to like my chair because I wanted to show you so bad, but I knew it was gonna be good for the show.
You would not believe your eyes. Is that the two you have for this week?
Singing like the guy sings it. You would not believe your eyes. Into the flying flies.
That was actually pretty good.
Okay, there's this one. She said, OMG, the girl I was talking to in Texas, there should be a comma, friends and family want to beat my ass. I told them I don't want no smoke. I didn't even know they wanted to beat me. Like, damn, I wanted to see her ass again one day, maybe fuck, but nah, them bitch is crazy. Going somewhere before you get beat up, she told me to crawl back under the rock you came from. What the fuck?
Man, she sounded hurt on that one.
Yeah, I
She did.
think so. I don't know how this one got past me, but this one is from January 1st. So happy my birthday ends in 10 minutes. Thank God. Fuck this shit. I ain't got no babysitter. Fuck 2020. I'm beating my kid's ass all 2020. Alright, I think that's enough.
Damn, she fucking predicted 2020 on January 1st.
Do people voice their opinion on these posts? Like, do they express
They
concern?
have a lot of like laugh reacts, and like each will have like 7 comments saying like insert name, like I can't believe your stupid ass, or you know, just telling her that she's like wilding out.
Well, it gives us some content to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's all we have for you this week.
I quit my job during a pandemic. Am I a dummy?
Well, we're all dummies. It's okay.
I just said no.
Wait, what the fuck? Am I the only one with a job on this podcast right now?
Yeah, you need to support me.
Alan's got a job.
No, dude, I quit. I walked out. I punched the oven and I walked out like 3 weeks ago.
What the fuck? Is that why you haven't been there ordering my or delivering my pizza?
We should have talked about that.
No.
We'll talk about that next.
There's no story to it. Yeah, my manager just pissed me off.
But you have a job lined up though.
Yeah, I start the 11th, so
If you guys want to support the Spit Bucket, keep clicking on those ads. We're about to make our very first $10. That's not even a fucking
Yay.
joke. Which is pretty cool just on ad money. Hopefully, maybe sometime we'll start selling like,
Hey,
shirts or
Mario,
something.
you know how you told us multiple times how you hate hypocrites?
Uh-huh.
Tell me why. I think when I first quit my job, Omar was like, it just started OnlyFans.
I did not say that.
Yes, you fucking
Well-
did.
No, it didn't.
Well,
I'm going to beat her ass off, Mike. All right, we got to get going. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. My name's Omar. You guys can find me on Instagram and Twitter at _TigerDriver98. And find my music on Spotify, Apple Music, and anywhere else you get your music. Just Tiger Driver 98, one word. Check it out.
And you can find me on Instagram at AlanZF1. I'm not really doing anything, so I have nothing to promote.
And you also don't have a ZF1 anymore.
I don't.
A fraud,
So
if I've ever seen one.
Please stop assuming I still have this car. I don't. It's in good hands, though, I hope.
You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at really_cool.
Eric doesn't know how to do an oil change.
That's true. He missed that day
But
of
he
school.
can change your brakes.
And he'll cook eggs for you without a shirt on,
God
even though
bless.
he doesn't eat eggs anymore. Mario, where can people find you?
You can find me on anything and everything at PunkNet.
And we'll see you guys next time at the Spit Bucket. No spitting. Spit
Wear your
through-
masks, idiot.
Yeah, wear your masks and spit through your masks. Don't
Oh,
be like
that's-
that lady who's just like licking TGI Fridays
Fucking disgusting
door
ass bitch.
handle. All right.
Oh, I saw that.
Don't go eat at restaurants, guys. Just because we can doesn't mean we should.
Yeah. Eat out both your partner and your meals. All right, we'll see you next week.
Practice
the
what
Spit
you
Bucket.
preach.
I'm fucking hungry.
Speaking of eating, I'm trying to get my booty eaten and my dick sucked at the same time, bro.
Hell yeah, dude.
Honestly, that probably unlocks the ultimate chakra.
That's when your fucking third eye opens, dude.
Start
I
fucking
want
levitating.
people with my nipples, too.
At that point, it's going to create a new Big Bang.
You transcend the human body after that.
I hope so. I'm tired of this body. I can't even walk.
Tired of that flush prison?
That'll get you a new vessel. All right.
Come get some coffee with me. Crap at the orchard.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Bye.
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 Bye.